Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. As you can see, Real Trail is the mission right now, and this is the Pacific P512PF truck though. It's a beautiful, amazing truck. It sadly does not have the all-wheel drive that we actually do need though, because this terrain is extremely difficult for a truck hauling all of this weight. And oh boy, it can do it though, but it's a difficult task though. As you can see, we also do need to deliver 2 medium logs. So if we can manage to do this one, it's going to be fantastic though, right? Because we do have everything done in one haul. So, you know, that's great. And then we are using another Pacific for the long logs. I'm really looking forward to this mission though, because it's heavy duty. It's heavy transport in this mission, Real Trail. But the balance and the truck difficulty is very real, as you can see. We are already stuck though. All-wheel drive is a massive need for this terrain, because these rocks though, oh yeah, combined with the mud, it's absolutely a disaster at times. But I'm looking forward to the mission. As long as we are getting some flow going, then it's going to be great. But as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 parts where the logs and everything can get stuck, you know what I mean? So that's the difficult thing about all of this. Let's just keep on hauling and plowing. There you are. Plus we got to be a little bit more careful too, right? You know, because we don't want to keep bouncing and then lose all our traction or even tip over. So we have to play with low gear and low gear plus back and forth the whole time. And by the way, if you did notice, my voice might sound a little bit more clean and clear, because I did upgrade my microphone. I had a Shure before, didn't like it. It did pretty adjustments to my voice, so I could not deliver my real voice as clean as I wanted to. And then we upgraded to a Rode podcast. Very good microphone though. But it's a little bit on the muffled side because of the type of microphone it is. And now we are having the Rode NT1. And I think this one is the cleanest capture of my voice. I hope you do enjoy it though for your ears, because that's very important for me, right? You know, that I'm coming, well, over nicely clean and clear without any crackle or whatever. And yeah, you know, a little bit of energy behind the voice is very important, because, you know, if you have, let's say, a condenser mic, it can actually sound a little bit muffled sometimes though. And well, it's a good upgrade, I hope. Now let's keep going. We're already halfway there though. Technically we are 2/3 there, but we are going to take a detour, because as you can see, we could not go through heavy duty mud here. Not even if we would like to. Not even if we will try for a very long time. We do need the all-wheel drive, and we do need bigger tires though for this trailer. It's a massive one. And fun fact, we cannot do this with a co-op though. Oh yeah. I believe we could do it with a Tatra. Yeah, probably. Not the... I will show... Nah. I do not want to put my finger on it though, right? Because I'm not 100% certain if we actually can. Let's get some gasoline. This truck was actually hell to get up to that log station though. We went direct towards it from the garage. And it took me around an hour though. With an extra truck to get it up there. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding. It's an absolute disaster. And I'm talking not about this one where we came down. I'm talking about this one. Oh my, oh my, oh my. The mud over there, absolutely a disaster. The rocks and everything, and then with the weight of this trailer. Yeah, that is something else though. That is absolutely something else. But we did it in the end. And no, I didn't show it because nobody wants to see a speed up of 1 hour or see cuts of it. Right, you know? Seeing someone struggle going uphill. Yeah, that's just a little bit too much now, ain't it? Alright, let's put it into auto gear. Actually, high gear would be nice. Oh, and we did buy DLC. So we have a couple new trucks. I believe one of them I have to unlock somewhere else. We got a Mercedes-Benz pack. And we do have the... Well, we have a Kenwood. We have a camouflage truck, though. By the way, there's a sale going on right now. So if you do want to have some trucks, get it now, though, on Steam. It's very, very lucrative to pay half price, if I would say so myself. Now, we can do two routes over here. We can do and take this one, or we can go and take that one. But this one I will not recommend. So let's go take the one on the left here. The other one is more for the medium trucks or just big trucks with its own flatbed, not with a trailer. But it's mostly for scouts. But yeah, you know, we did get a couple of them. That's very nice. The one is actually the camouflage one, the digital one that was actually serving in the Middle East, I believe. That's what the background says about it though, right? You know, I will show you guys in a little second though. Yeah, these Pacific trucks though, I mean, they have their weaknesses, but you know, they can do the job. Yep. I actually have seen a lot of Kenwoods though being used as logging trucks in real life. Yeah, I don't know a lot about these different tasks from American trucks though, but I do know a bit about it, right? You know, I'm not totally blind or ignorant about it. I have decent knowledge, but you know, I would like to do and do a little bit more research and get a whole lot more of it. But the thing though is, right, you know, Kenwood is really really growing hard on me though. I mean, I am side-eyeing it a little bit like, yeah, it's an interesting truck, you know. And I cannot wait to actually try the Mercedes-Benz too, the new DLC trucks. They are off-road, so that's going to be promising quite a bit. At least in speed and utility. They are more like, well, I've seen trucks in a different light though, because I've played a lot of RPGs in my life, especially as a kid. And let's put it in low gear. We are digging ourselves a hole here, and we have to climb a rock, as you can see. Not the best position to be in, to be very fair. But yeah, I've seen them in a little different way right now. Like the heavy duty, they are the tanks. You know, they just carry. Highway are the healers. What a weird way to see things, right? You know. Then we have scouts are the damage dealers. And off-road are actually the support classes. But there we go. A little bit further here, big boy. All-wheel drive, man. Oh, what a blessing it will be. But I don't think it could help us a lot, though. Remember, the trailer itself weighs 1.5 tons, though. There we go. There we go. Beautiful struggle. Oh, wow. I love this angle. Look at that with the fog on the background. That's a fantastic picture. Let's put it in auto. So we have the need for speed. Now the issue is again rocks. Rocks behind and in front every wheel though. Behind them, that's what I want to see. But in front of them though, yeah, that's a disaster. To be honest, I'm missing the old school trucks though a little bit, right? You know, like I've been going to Wisconsin a little bit, cleaning up the trailers to make a little bit of dough. As you can see, we are almost at 100k again. I do want to have 200k because I want to buy one of my favorite trucks back though. It's called the Tatra. And yeah, I just love the design of that though, right? You know, the extra cabin room in that thing. I just wanna buy one in real life. If I had the money, I definitely would. Install cameras inside and outside of it and just go hauling with your boys, right? You know, just to explore and all. That will be such a dream. But the thing about it is though, right, you know, we can actually afford that with these missions. And not just that, I want to save a lot of money too, right, you know, for the upcoming trucks in the next region. But at the same time, you know, we kind of want to invest a little bit more here and there. Yeah, we are digging ourselves in more and more. I don't think we can get out of here. Are we stuck on something? I do see a little over here, as you can see, but I think that's just decoration. That's not a tree stump hiding somewhere. Yeah, there's only small little plants here, so that ain't good. But yeah, I'm actually, you know, like going through all the maps, selling the trailers. Hopefully we can buy the Tetra again. If not, what we can definitely do though, it's a beautiful little thing, is saving money for new trucks. Now, this big boy has some issues here, clearly. So I'm going to stop the engine. We are going to go with the Pacific P12. And we are going to haul some long logs with it. And then we can pull the other one out of it too. So that's actually a pretty nice little thing, right? This one has all-wheel drive, differential log. Lots of horsepower, as you can see. Power to weight A-. It is not an S, sure. It's not an A+, sure. It's not an S-. Alright, you know, we get the point. It is not the strongest though. But this thing weighs so much on its own. Like, does it really matter then? You know what I mean? Does it really matter then? After all, it's power to weight. Meaning lighter trucks have a lot of power. And yet they could be so much weaker than this. So much. Taking lots of damage though. Yeah, it's an eater though. It really wants to eat, man. Maybe it's because of the little suspension, right, you know? Yeah. Not suspension, rim. There we go. Now, we gotta be a little bit more careful with this, though, right, you know? Because the weight is so much heavier. We could have installed a crane with it, but then the power to weight will be worse than B right now. We went from A- to a solid B. Not very optimal, I have to say. Not very optimal. But at the same time, though, you gotta be careful, though, with these big boys, right? You know, because the weight of the trailer and all, it's pretty balanced. But, oh boy, it's a little bit rougher than the other trailer. If it makes sense, though. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We have to get rid of the grill protection. Everything that you do add onto your truck, though, is just another place where you can get stuck or, you know, where you can get hit or block yourself. That's something you really have to think about. Oh boy. Yeah, look at that though, huh? The rear is actually hugging part of the big rock there. It's stuck on it. It's stranded on it. Believe it or not, this weighs more than 2 medium log hauls. Yeah, a little bit more though. And it's so much easier with this truck. And at the same time, I actually think it's equal amount because the trailer here is so much lighter. Yeah, it really is so much lighter than the other one. So take what I said with a grain of salt. But it's so much simpler right now. All-wheel drive is king though. Oh my. So yeah, by the way, if you do want to see me use a different truck though for these missions, right? Keep in mind you have to be capable of hauling logs in a decent amount of time though. I mean, I could do it with a tiny Scout, but I don't want to, you know what I mean? The Acta Aeon, in other words, right, you know. But if you want to see a specific truck, do let me know, alright? Do let me know. It's getting a little bit late here. Maybe we will stay at the gas station. Always a good place for a trucker to stay. the way, how are they doing that in America, right? You know, like whenever I drive off the highway, I do see trucks that are going to park somewhere. Let's say here at the border, they have the trailers open, so criminals can see there's nothing inside of there, right? That is a way how they are protecting themselves. Are they doing that in America too? I mean, it's such a smart thing to do, right? You know, and if you do know truckers that are driving around sometimes with an empty trailer because they just dumped it somewhere, right? The cargo at the right location, of course. Maybe, and you don't know about this trick, or maybe they invented it. I don't know though where it comes from, right? You know, do remind them of it. It's a mighty trick though. Can you imagine? You're you're surrounded by truckers with trailers that are actually empty and have opened the trailer, right? You know. And then there is that one trucker that has such expensive cargo in it, you know, that are easily be sold or somewhere, you know what I mean? Oh, that's a bad day though. Well, that's a bad night. A little fun fact, by the way, I live at a border where you cannot cross it as a trucker if it's Sunday. You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to sleep there. Well, let's sleep now. Papa. So yeah, a little bit distracted. But yeah, you know, you cannot cross the border from, let's say, a Saturday to a Sunday. Or at Sunday to a Saturday. You have to wait until Sunday to Monday. You have to wait until Monday morning. It's not a common thing though across this world, right? You know, on our little planet. Especially not with logistics. I kind of respect it though, I have to say. I kind of do. Gives the truckers a day off. And at the border you have some very, very good stuff though. You have a cheese stand. Somewhere else a little bit further, right? You know, you have basic restaurants too, right? You know, and then a little bit further you even have a wine stand. You know what I mean though? There are so many things for them to do too, so that's nice. Well, for them to actually eat, you know, and not to do, sadly. There's no truckers theme park for them. But, you know, at the same time, though, it's all very clean. You have, like I said, different border crossings, and there are plenty, though, right? You know, there's a lot of different specialties that you can actually buy there. Like a while ago, we went to one of the borders and we did buy some cheese there. And then we walked a little bit further and we did see fish and chips. Well, we tried it though, right, you know? And I have to say, if America knew that you were using that much oil there, they would have an invasion, man, I'm telling you. So much oil on it, but it was clean and pure oil though. It didn't taste bad. It tastes absolutely fantastic though, but I never cook with that much oil. So yeah, you know, diarrhea pure, man. Alright, enough about it though, huh? Okay, we've got to be careful there. I just love the rumble of these engines. Oh yeah. Now, we are not going to do this route again though. We are going to use the little places that are close by the railway station. Oh. I wanted to lasso it up. There we go. Oh yeah. This P12 though, huh? There's no denying it. It's such a powerful engine. Such an awesome truck. It just feels so good. I want to haul it a little bit closer though. And you know what? Let's put the engine on too. we have to be very careful about this. We have to drive wide so the truck behind doesn't get, you know, like trapped on rocks and all. Come on, big boy. Yep, keep on hauling though. Keep on pushing, keep on hauling. Oh, that's what I mean though. Yeah, it's already in the disaster zone there, as you can see. We have to let go a little bit. And now we have to switch the trucks. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster, right? Because the rear will totally tip over. Oh, and by the way, right, you know, I want to address something that I said in one episode ago or 2 episodes ago. Is that I said I will be doing 2 smaller episodes. I would love that though, but every episode actually stays the same size, right, you know. And I could do that though. I could cut them all up into snippets, this and that. But it will take away what you have grown to, well, grown used to. And I want to keep the quality as high as I can, right? And if I force myself to do then 2 of these longer episodes, because certain episodes though, well, you have to realize, right, you know, like, it often takes at least 1 hour extra than what you see to record these. And I don't want to sound fatigued or bored or, you know, like, even if I'm not, you know, if you keep doing the same and then you force yourself to actually output 2 that are 14 per week, then I might actually lose quality a little bit. Even though I'm not bored though, right? You know, I'm doing the same task here over and over, and I think I sound energetic, right? So that is something that I want to address. Sorry for saying that. I was very hard. I'm very energetic about these things, as you probably do know. But yeah, I want to be realistic too about it, right? You know, and I don't want to compromise our channel's quality. And quantity is a good thing though, but quality is a better thing. Beautiful. We are almost there already though, huh? Big Brother hauling its... Yeah, oh my god, this is such a typical thing, right? Big Brother is wearing the old stuff, right? You know, and the younger brother is weaker. You know, cannot do as much as the older brother, but he's getting the new stuff, you know what I mean? Because he's the family's favorite. Oh yeah, it kind of looks like it though, but oh well. Here we go. Cargo management, there you go. 1 out of many. Let's park this one right over here for a second though. Change the truck. There we are. 2 out of 2 delivered. Now I'm going to park this bad boy trailer somewhere. And we will see about it, right? You know, by what truck we will use it. I want to have one that is a little bit more powerful though than this Pacific. Although I really do like this truck quite a lot, I have to say. It's one of my favorites. Just because of its design and capabilities. Detach the trailer. And we are going to park this big boy right over here. Although we could do this a little bit better. We are not a redneck after all though that just says, oh, just sand it though, right? You know. Okay, a redneck out of Canada. Okay, there we go. Now let's see. We can go to the left. We can go to the right. And I think we are going to take the one on the right though. We have to find a proper and decent way to go there and come back over here too. Now we do see one to the right there, which I do appreciate. There's no normal way in there. So either by the swamp setting over here, there's lots of logs to the left and right that have been cut down. So probably we just have to haul way here. Okay, plenty of frogs. Oh yeah, this is an issue, as you can see. A proper issue, though. Yeah, I would say though, like a cat would be a better hauler for this mission here. Remember, we don't have any cargo on us right now. So that means that we will avoid the water. And then we are going through the sides of it all. Oh yeah. And we are going to go from up here. Yeah, I gotta say though, right? You know, we didn't really scout ahead for these types of missions. Which make it a lot more exciting though. A lot more exciting because anything can go wrong right now. We could head towards a little descent for a scout, like we had many times in this region. We found, let's say, 3 or 4 of them. And if there's no way back, oh yeah. That's going to be fun though. Oh yeah. Hopefully we can turn around there at the outpost. I think I kind of want to try out that one too, huh? And then stick directly to the left and go through the fences. We will just tell the train station owner, we just put those fences open, you know. They are connected anyways by a couple of bolts. And then that's about it. Send it. Yeah, I think that's one of the scout descending places. Technically, we could do that one though. Yeah, you guys want me to do it, huh? That's not a way up though, so... A little trick if you want to drive a little bit better backwards. Check out the front wheels. I was too focused on the distance there. Alright, now let's see it all. Let's put it in low gear low. Just to keep the balance though. But first low gear so we actually arrive in time. There we are. Low gear low. Now the issue with low gear low though is you have to be ready to really put it in low gear plus if you do need to accelerate. Because sometimes you have to accelerate really quick though to get the momentum to get out of the tipping zone. Oh yeah, this is beautiful stuff. Look at that. Look at that though, huh? Whoa. Gotta be careful. Beautiful task though. Well done. Well, that's going to be the route. Back and forth though until we are done here. Until we are done. Nice. There's a small opening here. That's great. That's really great though. You need to install a skid steer with an you know, 3 cuts of a 3-stump cutter in it. That will be so useful around here though, right, you know. Oh yeah, yeah, it will open up everything. Because you don't want to have a company, a factory or rail station with log stumps everywhere. It just gives a very wrong impression of your company. Like you're anti-nature, you know. Oh, that's bad for investment too. Now, the other location only had 2 logs, so we are 3 out of 4 right now, which is absolutely amazing, right, you know, because we only have to do 1 more. And we are not in a hurry or something like that, though, but it gives the lumberjacks a little bit of extra work to do, right, you know, in the future. Like, yes, there's still demand for long logs, and they are falling behind. Now, this one is going to be interesting, though, right, you know, because we have a couple of options, and I will take the one that I came from, though, I would say. Now, this one actually... I thought it said 3 first, but cargo left is 0. Now, we could go here, get a gas station, all the way over here, here, and here. Because over here, I would not do so. We could also go over here. It doesn't make much sense to me, though. And we have enough gasoline to go back and forth, though. So we have to turn back a little bit. Alright. Just like this right now. Oh. Careful, though. Careful. Don't want to slide and skip and dip. So far, the Stone Creek missions, they are basic, but they are very fun to do, though, right? You know, they are a little bit of thinking required and a little bit of skill balances here and there with the roads that you end up with. And of course, the trucks make a whole lot difference in the vibes and the feels, of course. Because if you take an overpowered one... Oh, tempting. Very tempting, though. But not enough for me. I'm not a guy that can be tempted, though. Yeah. So, you know, like, the thing about it is, though, if you have an OP truck, then you do need a little bit less skill, though. But you still do need the planning, right? You know, the route planning and the choosing this and that. So keep that in mind. We're going to take the left one. Ooh, come on, holler up though. Auto gear engaged. Yeah, I'm very happy though that we still have enough gasoline to make it to either of the gas stations. Let's put her in low gear plus. Doesn't really matter to this truck though, huh? Back to auto. It's way thicker than it did look like though, all the way here. Wow, look at the trailer. It's sinking in big time. No visible attachments? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me though. Oh, of course, right when we had enough gasoline to go back and forth. And we still do though, we still do. I think we do need around 50. Yeah, something like 50 though. But I don't want to try it out though. We will leech from one of the trucks that's still there. And there we go. Don't go through the water ever around here. You don't want it, believe me. Just go and take the side right over here. Now we have not done this with a full cargo load. So it might be a little bit different, but there's enough to actually grab onto with your winds, especially this little part as you can see. So be careful though with these tree stumps if you do care about your truck. Back into high gear. Let's go towards that P512. Take a little bit of fuel out. All of it, in other words. Off we go, off we go, off we go. Oh, I love my job though. I really, really do. And there we go. Nice, just what we needed. Thanks for your work. We got 12,000 for it. Almost 13,000 though. That's a massive amount though of money. And by that, I also want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you guys in the next mission where we are going to work again for Stone Creek. Bye bye.